Hello and welcome to Newsweek Wales, coming up on the programme.
We can get the latest live now from the scene with Carl Edwards. Carl, what have you been able to find out?
Well, Alistair, a major rescue operation is happening right now in the steep hillsides you can see behind me here in the Swansea Valley at the Gleisian Coal Colliery.
Carl, I know you've been following the rescue operation.
We've got 10 seconds left, Carl.
No to independence. What now for Wales? We'll have discussion
Stand by.
and analysis.
On tonight's programme.
And this is how things look. Labour have by far the most Welsh MPs.
Good evening. We have had unprecedented Siberian weather across Wales. It has been heavy snow and freezing rain.
Well, Andrew, I mean, the conditions up here are terrible, frankly.
We can give you now a little live snapshot of what's happening in the health service in Wales right at this very minute. Let's go to Pembrokeshire first of all, and at Withybush the day staff have been heading home and the late shift there begins, and you can see nurses sorting their medication rounds and preparing for that handover. Well, we can go to Wrexham now and the children's ward, where patients like young Jacob are in relatively good spirits there despite being away from home, because let's face it, no one really wants to be in hospital, do they? But the staff make all the difference to the experience, and well, there are plenty of them. If you had a birthday party for all the staff who work in the Welsh NHS, you'd need a huge cake and a massive venue for more than 77,000. Even the Principality Stadium in Cardiff wouldn't be big enough. But you could maybe squeeze in the 30,000 nurses, midwives and health visitors, 2,000 ambulance staff, 1,400 radiographers, and 259 chiropodists. To run it, we're also talking big money. Half the Welsh Government's budget is spent on the NHS. Well, that is a lot of money, not all spent on hospitals, of course, a whole range of things. It's way bigger than that, incorporating the Welsh Ambulance Service, medical centres, GP surgeries, and also things like community pharmacies. One of those which we can see here this evening. This is a community pharmacy in Dinas Powys. I think you can see that it's still open tonight after a long day serving customers. A very modern pharmacy, this one, in fact, and there are more than 700 pharmacies like this one across Wales, serving nearly 75 million prescription items a year.
On Wales at 6, as the Royal Welsh Show gets underway, we're out in nearby Builth Wells, where new street pastors are helping keep young revellers safe.
I don't want to be a killjoy and scare anybody, and I don't want to stop the event, but I want children to come home.
Where is she, I hear you ask? Well, if Mark the camera operator moves the camera, you might get a clue. Where can we spot Ruth? Ruth, if you can hear me, I think I can see you, but I'm going to ask the question, where are you?
Oh, Carl Edwards, like I said, it's going to take more than a bunch of sweet peas for me to give you for this one. You know how much I love heights. That balcony is my comfort zone, so rest assured I shall be back up there on that balcony with you tomorrow.
So we decided to treat some kids from the capital who don't get out of the city that often to a day at the biggest event of its kind in Europe. It was incredible to see the show through the eyes of youngsters Tiana, Kevin and Reese, who've never been before. It was truly a magical day.
Homegrown alligator, see you later. Gotta hit the road.
So, where are we all off today?
The Royal Welsh! Something changed in the atmosphere. Architecture unfamiliar. I could get used to this.
Ready? Everybody in? Yeah. Say, yeah, Royal Welsh. Royal Welsh! Whatever.
So, my name is Dean Maynard. I tend to work a lot with the kids in the community and help out a little bit as well. It's quite interesting. You can see the excitement in the kids' faces as soon as we arrive. Just seeing tractors and the cows, just small things, but it's a massive deal for them because a lot of them don't have that sort of opportunity to see these sort of things. So it's really nice.
Not me.
See all the cows?
Got one.
Got one. We'll walk up and go straight up. Wow, look at the size of him.
I know.
Can you smooth him?
I'll be riding shotgun.
Look at the face, they're enjoying it.
Press the trigger and fire.
I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling.
My name's Natalie Bunce. I'm assistant manager at Star Hub. They are proper city kids, so they don't get to see these type of things, you know, going out to farms and seeing, you know, animals on a smaller scale, never mind on this scale. So, you know, the moment we told them and spoke to their parents, for the whole week they were like a bottle of pop.
Is that piglets? Piglets are over the other side then.
It looks as big in there, does it? You're going to send it to your mum? Have you held piglets before or seen piglets before?
I hold it when it's Trigonis farm.
Are they cute?
Yeah.
I haven't held one, I haven't seen one either.
Scary.
So. Really? As scary as that?
No.
Underneath the hot sun, feeling like someone.
How big do they weigh?
Do they weigh? Right.
The little ones.
The little ones. Ideally about 30 kilos when they're weaned.
What
on
about the
mum.
big one?
Big one that's laying in there now, she can be up to 200 kilos in weight.
Shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like someone.
I can imagine. He got inside him.
Seeing all the animals on a bigger scale, seeing the showground, you know, with the horses, the carts, even seeing the piglets and, you know, the cows, washing the cows down. They're things that they would never ever, you know, get the opportunity to do. So for them, I know they'll come away from here and possibly want to be farmers, who knows.
It enables like the audience to see that we're reaching more groups of people.
Everyone thinking about who they use as contacts. Say if you need a doctor, don't just find any old doctor that you used last week, try and find a new one.
And I think we have made a big attempt to get more women experts and more women on the screen, and that's been good because I think, you know, supported, it's not, you know, when you talk about rugby, it's not just men rugby now, it's women as well.
It's a general election, and while the politicians fight for seats at Westminster, we're offering you a seat closer to home. I'm heading out of Cardiff Bay and travelling round Wales with my swivel chair to ask the voters to sit down and speak up. So what's this dog called?
Maggie Thatcher.
Maggie Thatcher.
I tend not to trust politicians really at the moment.
What can you do? It is what it is.
Nothing changes around here.
I voted to stay.
We voted to leave. There was a reason why.
I'll have the questions.
Cushion? No cushion.
And you'll have the voter's voice.